There's no turning back now. Good morning. I want to talk to you about all the changes that are taking place around my house. You all know that Chad and I have been working on our house and trying to update it a little at a time before he retires. And so we did the countertops and the backsplashes and new appliances and we've done a little painting and fixing up. Anyway, nothing real big, but we did do the garage floor. That was amazing. But then I've had this list of things that I wanted to accomplish, and I would like to get it done before Chad retires. And one of them was to replace our flooring. And you know, it's really in really good shape. Our flooring is in great shape. It's old, but I have decided that it's probably never going to wear out. And the funny thing is I've had this list of things that I want to do around here, and I thought that I put them in the order that I wanted to do them, and it is not going in the same order that I wanted to do them. Well, first of all, we didn't realize we were going to have to replace our heating system and air conditioning. So that took a chunk of money that we weren't expecting to take. And we should have realized, though, that we were going to have to replace it because it was over 20 years old. So work that into your budget. You pay off your house and then you have to start replacing windows. That's another thing that we did. We replaced a bunch of windows on the house. I don't know how good our roof is. I think we've got another 10 or 15 years on it, but that'll have to be replaced sometime too. Anyway, so my flooring keeps getting moved down further and further on my list of things to do. So let me show you what I've decided that we're going to do. I drew this up. This is our house, and our sidewalk outside needs to be replaced. It looks like they are having kind of a struggle outside because our ground is still really frozen. And so I thought it would be really pretty to put in a courtyard right here and a sidewalk that leads out to the road. And I'll just take you outside and show you. So you can see they've already delivered some of the materials for our courtyard, and I'll show you where it's going to go. So it'll start right here, and they're going to take this sidewalk out. I know that we could have fixed it. See, it's uneven right here. And I know that there's things that they can do to fix that, but the underlying problem would still be there, and that is we do not have good drainage from our downspouts. They come down, it puddles up right here, it goes underneath the sidewalk, and this little retaining rock wall, it just keeps slipping and slipping. And so this, even if we raised this sidewalk, it's just going to continue to fall again because we won't have fixed the underlying problem. This is the issue that you get into. Where do you stop? And one thing just leads to another. So they're going to be tearing this apart. Well, I thought, okay, I know that my window wells are starting to rust out. The ones on the back of the house, we already had to replace. And so while they're at it, we're going to replace these window wells. I'll show you the new ones that we've got coming. Those are the old window wells.
I think it goes down further.
replace the window wells. Well, they're going to be tearing up all this sod when they're working on this project. And so I thought, well, we need to regrade our yard. If Chad and we plan on buying a fifth wheel sometime. And if we do that, the slope to back that fifth wheel up is pretty steep. So I thought, okay, we're going to be redoing the grass anyway in the front yard. Let's re-slope the driveway for the fifth wheel a little bit so it's easier to back up. So that's another added expense. Anyway, yes, that sidewalk will come out and it will go all the way to the curb. I'll show you my window wells. These are the window wells. They're really kind of cool because they've got a little step inside of it. So if anybody has to get out of the basement window, they can actually step out. So these will be really cool windows. This is what the sidewalk will be made out of, is these, and this is for the retaining wall that we will be replacing that rock wall with a retaining wall that we'll be able to sit on. And this is what those rock walls look like. They're not really rock, they're fiberglass. And we put these in about 10 years ago because the other ones were just rusted completely out. So back here is where we were thinking that we would park a fifth wheel right back here, and we will have to remove this fence and put at least put a big gate in here. But we know that this has to be graded a little before we can back a fifth wheel up in here. And that tree right there is going to have to come out, and these branches will have to be trimmed up pretty high. But I'm hoping that that will allow us to back one up right here. Anyway, I'm pretty excited about the project that we've got going. It better turn out good. I know it will. I know it will. But I'm still just a little, okay.